everybody. Welcome to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today. My name is Samantha Genzer, and I'm going to be your guys' show host. We have a very exciting episode for y'all. We are going to be covering the WNBA MVP awards, who got the race for it, previewing the showdown between Tracy Cortez and Namajunas, the Paralympic Swimming Trials, Japan All-Star Series recap, and Canada's roster for their final cup. And make sure you guys stay to the end of the show to hear about the CrossFit Service Open. We're going to be recapping that. Before we begin, I wanted to ask you guys to like and follow the show and to become a part of our show to tip and donate using the link gsmcpodcast.net. Also, we do get a lot of questions that come from viewers during the show, so to ensure that your questions get read on the air, I ask that you use the link gsmcpodcast.net. This puts your questions at the top of the list so that I see them, and of course, it also really helps the show. Again, the link is gsmcpodcast.net. Now, let's get started. I hope you guys enjoy today's content. Okay, so we're starting today's show by talking about the race for the MVP award in the WNBA. Just like how I did the race for the Rookie of the Year award, I'm going to be sharing my top 8 picks for the MVP award, and this is in a specific order. So like my first pick is first, second pick second. You get the point. Unlike the Rookie of the Year award where I literally just had like a bunch of people and I was like, I don't have a favorite. Well, I do, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but you get the point. Anyway, so we're just going to get right into it. So first on my list is A'ja Wilson. She's a favorite for like everyone. This is obvious. Wilson narrowly missed out on her third MVP award in 2023, and I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case this year. She has been the best player in the league since opening night when she went off for 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. Her 27 points per game would be the highest single season scoring average in WNBA history. She's one of the 4 players averaging a double-double and is in the top 5 of every major statistical category besides assist. She also has 52.6% shooting right now. That's crazy. And now that the Aces have won 7 of their last 8 games, the one potential knock against her, their poor record to start the season, no longer really applies, you know? Also, she literally is now become the leading scorer for the Las Vegas Aces. So, like, I feel like that doesn't need much explaining. Like, she's amazing. Okay, next I have Napheesa Collier. Collier's versatility and smarts are a major reason for the Lynx' success this year. Her 2.2 steals, 1.5 blocks, and 7.6 defensive rebounds all are career highs, and she's one of 2 players in the top 5 in both steals and blocks. She's also atop the defensive win shares charts by a wide margin with 2.5, though she's currently sidelined with a foot injury, and that's what does concern me. It is not expected to be a long-term issue looking at it right now. So we don't really know everything going on with that. So if she keeps missing games, then I don't think she's going to be in the running for the MVP award anymore, because I feel like that wouldn't be fair. But still, I don't think this foot injury is going to really knock her out completely. If she doesn't win MVP, I'm hoping she will win Defensive Player of the Year. I feel like she deserves that. Okay, next person I have on my list is Alyssa Thomas. She finished second in the 2023 MVP race. She just recorded in her 10th career double-double. In her last game, she totaled 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists. Thomas is the WNBA's career leader in triple-doubles, and that record just says enough of why she would deserve to be MVP. She is averaging 11.9 points, 9.4 rebounds, 7.9 assists, and 1.6 steals in the season so far. The success of her team, largely driven by her performances, is another key factor. Her ability to lead her team to a top playoff position or even a championship contention underlines her value and contribution to their success. Okay, next person, Breanna Stewart. Stewart leads the New York Liberty by averaging 19.4 points per game and 9 rebounds per game. The reigning WNBA MVP scored her 5,000th point on June 30th. She also recorded 3 consecutive double-doubles, her most recent being a 17-point, 17-rebound performance in New York's triumph over the Lynx. 17 rebounds itself is insane. She also is averaging 4 assists and 2.1 steals, and that's, I guess, where you could say her stats do need improvement if she wants to win MVP. what really drives Stewart to this award is her consistency and versatility as a player. Also, Stewart has a knack for delivering in clutch moments, securing victories with her timely scoring and defensive plays. Her poise under pressure has been a key factor in her team's success this season, and she's been playing for a while, and I just feel like she keeps getting better and better each season. Okay, Kahleah Copper, also following that trend of getting better and better each season. Kahleah Copper has been consistently leading her team in scoring. The Phoenix Mercury are having a really good season so far, and I think Copper's scoring is a huge part of it. Back in the end of May, Copper was leading in scoring in the WNBA. She was averaging 31.3 points per game and scored 37 points in a stunning 98-88 upset of defending champion Las Vegas. Copper also has been outstanding in hitting her three-pointers. In the Mercury's recent game against the Dallas Wings, Copper scored 34 points, including a late three-pointer with 23 seconds left, securing their win. She's averaging 22.5 points, 4.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 1 steal this season, as a whole. This is also Copper's first time playing the Olympics. She was named on the roster, and I'm really excited to watch her. I feel like this season has been her moment for her. It's been a big year for her, and I mean, she has been making improvements every single game. So I'm excited to see how she does in the Olympics. It's going to be an exciting year. Okay, next I have Breanna Stewart. This is also pretty obvious. I feel like I was looking at bets for who's going to win this award, and Breanna Stewart was on literally most people's bets. Just the name itself, Breanna Stewart, we all know she's amazing. We all know she deserves an award, She's averaging 18.9 points, 4.3 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and 1 steal this season. Throughout the 2024 season, Stewart has been remarkably consistent, delivering high-level performances game after game. Her reliability has been a cornerstone of her team's success, making her one of the most dependable players in the league. Also, I want to highlight her rebounding skills. Stewart's ability to rebound effectively as a guard adds an important dimension to her game. Her knack for grabbing crucial rebounds provides her team with additional possessions and helps control the tempo of the game. Okay, next I have Jewel Loyd. 2 weeks ago, she recorded a career-high 34 points against the Indiana Fever. Last year, she was a standout player. Loyd added her first WNBA scoring title in 2023. Her 24.7 points per game last season was the second highest of any scoring champion in league history. Her decade with the Seattle Storm has seen 2 WNBA titles, 5 WNBA All-Star selections, a Commissioner's Cup, and a WNBA All-Star Game MVP win. And this season, she is just as good with her consistency and versatility. She's averaging 19.9 points, 5 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 1.5 steals. Loyd has a reputation for delivering in high-pressure situations. Her clutch performances, especially in close games, have been crucial in securing victories for her team, showcasing her ability to rise to the occasion. Lastly, I have Jonquel Jones. She's averaging 16 points, 8.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 0.7 steals right now in the season. Her offensive versatility spreads the floor like few WNBA centers do. She also plays with a level of passion that sets her apart from other players. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like when she's on the court, you can really tell the love she has for the sport, which I don't even know how to explain it, but I just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Also, she has been very consistent and versatile, both on defense and offense. Jones has a reputation for coming through in critical moments. Her ability to make key plays, whether scoring, rebounding, or defending, has secured numerous victories for her team this season. Also, as a leader on her team, Jones sets an example for her work ethic and a competitive spirit. Her on-court intelligence and experience have been invaluable in guiding her teammates through tough games and crucial moments. The reason I have her at 8th is because of her steals and assists. I just feel like she could do better in assists and steals. But being a center, I understand why that's not the best, other than steals. I don't know. I don't really know if that made any sense, to be honest. But that's where I feel like if she could improve those stats, then I would be like, okay, you would be the top 3 or top 5 for getting the MVP award on my list. So we're going to end this segment by talking about Caitlin Clark, because I've seen a lot of people talk about people wondering if Clark will be considered for this MVP award, and she's already number 1 to win the Rookie of the Year award. So I feel like this award should not go to rookies, especially someone like Clark, who is hopefully going to get that Rookie of the Year award. She leads all rookies in scoring, assists, and three-pointers, and she's the first rookie ever in WNBA history to record a triple-double, so she is on pace to get that award, the Rookie of the Year award. But I think it's fair to say that right now I don't want to get like hate right now, but I don't think it's fair to say that right this second she isn't better than A'ja Wilson, who has been playing professionally in the WNBA for years. I think she will get to that level. I think Clark will be as good as Wilson, and maybe even better because of those three-pointers that she just can shoot literally anywhere. But Clark is a rookie right now, so she should really be compared to the rookies before moving up to A'ja Wilson's level, if any of that makes sense. I'm not like trying to put hate on Clark, because you all know I'm a huge fan of her. And I think that she's literally one of the best players in the league. But when you compare to A'ja Wilson, I just feel like there's a difference in maturity and like just playing professionally for a while. Like there's a big difference you can see. And I don't know if any of that makes sense, and I'm really hoping it does. So we're now going to move into the next segment where we talk about women's MMA, previewing the Tracy Cortez and Rose Namajunas fight, as well as give some updates about Kayla Harrison. Before we get into that, we're going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the race for the WNBA MVP award as the race heats up, and now we're switching gears to talking about women's MMA. So in this segment, we're going to talk about the upcoming fight between Tracy Cortez and Rose Namajunas, and some updates about Kayla Harrison, because I mean we're all wondering what Kayla Harrison is doing at the second, because she's the ultimate MMA fighter, in my opinion. Honestly, Ronda Rousey is higher up there, but that's a different story. So before we begin, I did want to remind you guys to like and follow the show, and to become a part of our show by tipping and donating using the link gsmcpodcast.net. This link also puts your questions at the top of the list so that I see them when they get read on the air. You get that fun, interactive aspect of the GSMC Sports Network. I also wanted to remind you guys to stay to the end of the show to hear about the 2024 CrossFit Service Open, and it's really interesting how it played out and everything, and if y'all are into CrossFit, you should definitely stay for that. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get started talking about Tracy Cortez. So lately there has been a slightly different feeling in the women's division in the UFC, as some sort of cloud of negativity. I felt it a little bit. It could be because of inactivity, with the flyweight title sitting dormant for the better part of the past year, and the bantamweight title seemingly not seeing action again until the final months of 2024. That same chatter lately regarding women's MMA was much the same when the main event for the UFC Denver was originally announced as Rose Namajunas versus Maycee Barber. But the mood seemingly changed when Barber fell out and was replaced by Tracy Cortez, who came into the matchup on an 11-fight win streak and undefeated in the UFC. Cortez said on Monday on the MMA Hour, and I'm sorry if I'm blinking so much, I currently have like an eyelash stuck in my eye and I cannot like get it out. Like that's just Anyway, sorry if that's gross, but so, and I hope now that I pointed out that I'm blinking a lot more than usual, it doesn't like, get too distracting or anything, so I apologize. But anyway, so Cortez said on Monday, quote, "I think it's one of those things where everyone's waiting for the next Ronda Rousey, for the next Joanna Jędrzejczyk, someone incredible like Jewel Loyd to stay on top and prove themselves, someone like Rose to ride that the way Ronda did, or even myself now that I'm here. But I did see this shift towards negativity, and I don't know why. I don't know why women's MMA is getting bashed recently the way it is, but hopefully July 13th we put on a great show, an exciting show, and we want the crowd, I literally cannot read. I'm so sorry. And we give the crowd what they want, get them excited again for women's MMA, unquote." And I also apologize for pronouncing Joanna's last name incorrectly. I will never be able to say her last name. I'm really bad with last names and pronouncing anything in general, as you can see. So I sincerely apologize. Anyway, so there have been several women pioneers in the sport: Tara LaRosa, Shelby Walker, Gina Carano, and Miesha Tate, to name just a few. They all laid the way for Ronda Rousey to put women's MMA on the mainstream map. Rousey was crowned the inaugural UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion in 2012 and went on to set nearly every UFC record for women. Cortez plans to surpass Rousey's accomplishments. Namajunas will make the walk to the cage ranked 6th. It will be Cortez's first UFC main event, but she loves having pressure to perform apparently. And she said, quote, "I thrive off of pressure. I've always been judged and overlooked and just a pretty face. I'm here now. The record speaks for itself and I thrive off of it. I love it. I genuinely love the pressure. I feel like I perform. I embrace it to the fullest," unquote. A win over Namajunas would put Cortez squarely in contender status, but she's looking to be more than just a contender. In my opinion, I see Namajunas taking the win, but still predicting the outcome of a fight between Tracy Cortez and Rose Namajunas is no easy task because both fighters bring unique styles and strikes to the octagon. Tracy Cortez is known for her wrestling and grappling skills. She's got a solid ground game, which she's used effectively throughout her undefeated UFC career. Her ability to control opponents on the ground and her defensive skills makes her a tough competitor. Riding an 11-fight win streak and being undefeated in the UFC gives Cortez a lot of momentum and confidence. Her recent performances suggest she's in peak form and ready to take on higher-ranked opponents. Plus, Cortez thrives under pressure and loves the challenge of being in the spotlight. She's determined to prove herself and surpass the achievements of past legends like Ronda Rousey, which can really fuel her performance. On the other hand, Rose Namajunas is a well-rounded fighter with exceptional striking, agility, and technical skills. She's got notable victories against top fighters and has shown resilience and adaptability in her fights. Namajunas has fought at the highest levels of the sport and faced some of the best competition in the women's divisions, giving her an edge in the event. Known for her fighting IQ and ability to execute game plans effectively, her striking and footwork can pose significant challenges for opponents who rely heavily on grappling. So while Tracy Cortez brings a lot of momentum and a solid grappling base, Rose Namajunas' experience and well-rounded skill set make her a tough opponent. If Namajunas can keep the fight standing and use her striking to maintain distance, she could outpoint Cortez and maybe even secure a finish. However, if Cortez can close the distance, execute takedowns, and control Namajunas on the ground, she can stand a strong chance of winning. Considering both fighters' strengths and recent performances, it's a closely matched bout. The edge might slightly favor Namajunas due to her experience and versatility, and that is where I'm leaning who is going to win. However, Cortez's unbeaten streak and her ability to rise to the occasion can't be underestimated. So my final prediction is that Rose Namajunas wins by decision, but it will be a closely contested fight with moments of dominance from both fighters. So we're already talking about one of the most known fighters in the world, so that brings me to another person I wanted to talk about, Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison is champion at the bit to fight in the octagon, but her next move is unclear with UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena seemingly on the horizon. Pennington and Pena told multiple reporters they were slated to fight each other at UFC 307 in Salt Lake City on October 5th while walking the UFC Hall of Fame red carpet on June 27th. It's a reasonable booking considering Pena's status as a former champion, her #1 standing in the UFC's official women's bantamweight rankings, and the division's shallow pool of contenders. But there seems to be greater fan interest in seeing Harrison, who's #4, an Olympic gold medalist judoka and two-time PFL champion, fighting for the title. Harrison debuted at UFC 300 on April 13th, dominating former UFC and boxing champion Holly Holm en route to a second-round submission. Harrison previously expressed her desire to fight Pena for the interim title. The UFC opted to go a different direction, but Harrison still has faith in UFC brass. During UFC International Fight Week, Harrison said, quote, "I'm still the new kid on the block, and I'm a team player. I believe in the UFC top brass. I believe that Hunter Campbell, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, and Dana White have a plan. If I need to smash another school before I get my belt, so be it," unquote. Harrison has options, including serving as backup for UFC 307 or fighting another contender like Ketlin Vieira or Macy Chiasson. Whatever the case, Harrison wants to fight as soon as possible, which is great for us fans. A potential showdown with Amanda Nunes is arguably a bigger box office attraction and legacy fight than the title shot. Nunes retired after defeating Pena at UFC 289 in June 2023, vacating her women's featherweight and bantamweight titles. Nunes teased interest in fighting Harrison, and rumors swirled of booking the fight after Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler was scrapped from UFC 303. Harrison reaffirmed that she would have accepted the short notice fight, but said the UFC never approached her. So, yeah, but here's some extra tea for y'all. Harrison's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, recently told Submission Radio that Nunes retired because she feared Harrison. That's insane. The Olympic gold medalist isn't as audacious as her manager, but is supremely confident in her chances against who many consider to be the greatest women's MMA fighter ever. So, yeah, that's pretty insane. If Nunes fears you, that's pretty incredible. So we're now going to move into the next segment where we talk about the Paralympic Swimming Trials and final team roster for that. Before we begin, we are going to take a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got talking about women's MMA, and now we're going to recap the Paralympic Swimming Trials. Okay, so the trials took place from June 27th to the 29th. I apologize for not recapping the event sooner. The trials took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the John K. Friedman Aquatic Center. So let's start by recapping day one. I feel like that's a good beginning on recapping an event. Okay, so reigning Paralympic champion Elizabeth Marks tied her own world record from Tokyo in the 100 backstroke with a time of 1 minute, 19.57 seconds. The 33-year-old Marks also captured the 50 butterfly first place position in 36.59 seconds after blazing a 36.29 seconds in prelims. She collected Paralympic bronze in the event a few years ago with an American record of 36.83 seconds. Marks also set a world record of 1 minute, 28.13 seconds in the 100 breast at the Rio 2016 Paralympics. Former Yale swimmer Alyssa Thomas broke an American record in the 100 back only about a year after losing her foot in a shark attack. Her record was 1 minute 8.98 seconds. It was her first time ever under the 1 minute 9 second barrier, dropping more than a half a second off her previous best 1 minute 9.50 seconds from 2018. Truitt said, quote, I definitely have goals, but I am also taking the time to be proud of where I'm at, especially after it only being a year since the shark attack and amputation, unquote. Jessica Long, a 16-time Paralympic champion, won 2 events on Thursday as she sought qualification for her 6th Paralympics. She triumphed in the 100 breast at 1 minute 39.12 seconds and 100 back at 1 minute 22.73 seconds. 2023 world champion Christy Rayla Crossley picked up another win in her signature 100 back event in 1 minute 9.75 seconds. Paralympic champion Gia Pergolini claimed the 100 back title in 1 minute 5.63 seconds within a second of a world record 1 minute 4.64 seconds from Tokyo. And just to explain this, people are in different categories. So when I said that someone took a victory, and if as you see Ali Truitt and Elizabeth Marks were in different heats, basically different categories. So that is why they both still were able to win first, if that makes sense. It just it can get confusing. Okay. So, on day 2, 2-time Paralympic champion Morgan Snickney crushed her own world record in the 400-meter freestyle, taking almost 3 seconds off the standard with a winning time of 4 minutes 51.50 seconds. Snickney previously held the world record at 4 minutes 54.28 seconds from the 2023 Para World Championships in Manchester, England, where she broke an 11-year-old record set at the London 2012 Paralympics by nearly 5 seconds. And as I'm saying that, I realized that it sounded like it was an 11-year-old person that had that record, but no, the record was set for 11 years, and it was broken after 11 years, if that makes sense. So the 27-year-old won the Paralympic title in the 400 free in 2021, and the world title in the same event in 2022. Snickney said, quote, the energy on deck is very different than in Tokyo. It's more energetic and fantastic having the crowd here cheering us on. My training is very different from what I was doing leading up to Tokyo, being in the hospital 9 days out of the month. I wasn't expecting to come in and break the world record. It was super unexpected, unquote. And yeah, I totally, I always forget that the fact that people weren't there watching the trials in the Tokyo Olympics because COVID happened. So I don't know, the atmosphere is a lot different, and I think that actually makes people feel a lot more motivated. Jessica Long continued pushing for her 6th Paralympics on day 2 with a victory in the 100 free. Long said, quote, I'm feeling so great for my husband and my family being here. I'm definitely going through the motions of how do I continually look for that spark to push me forward. I love swimming and I've been a part of it for so long, so it is important to remind myself of the mental toughness that I've always had. For me, this trials is just a stepping stone to the big show, the Paralympic Games in Paris this summer, unquote. Christy Rayla Crossley picked up her 2nd win and triumphed in the 100 free. After competing, she said, quote, it is pretty crazy being a solo parent with 3 children here at trials. It's been a bit difficult getting my kids ready before racing and ensuring I'm prepared for my races, but great having them here with me. The Paralympic movement is a second chance to fulfill my childhood dreams of going to the Olympics, but more than that is the opportunity to do that in a more impactful, meaningful way, unquote. Anastasia Pagonis collected her first victory in Minneapolis in the 400 free. Her winning time of 5 minutes 12.08 seconds was well off her own world record of 4 minutes 54.49 seconds from Tokyo, but still 6 seconds ahead of runner-up finisher McLean Hermes. Minnesota native Summer Smith captured the women's 400 free crown after placing 7th in the event in Tokyo. The 20-year-old has been training at Minnesota's John K. Freeman Aquatic Center for the past couple of years, so she's got a home field advantage of sorts this weekend. She said, quote, I am super excited for the rest of the week. I have the 200 individual medley tomorrow, and now I'm down 2 races. It is really nice having 1 race a day since it's been a hard couple months of training for me. It's great to be able to see all my hard work come to fruition, unquote. Moving on to day 3, Elizabeth Marks and Anastasia Pagonis broke continental records to close out the trials. Marks lowered the American record in the women's 50 free to 33.13 seconds in prelims before winning the final in 33.30 seconds. Marks said, quote, I'm really enjoying watching and cheering for the up-and-coming younger swimmers. I'm extremely honored to be here, unquote. Pagonis captured the 50 free crown and an American record of 30.51 seconds. The Long Island native also won the 400 free in 5 minutes 12.08 seconds and 100 free in 1 minute 8.19 seconds this week in her first, last week in her first major meet since working her way back from a concussion and shoulder surgery. Pagona said, quote, "I want to have a comeback story for sure, especially with the setbacks I have had in the last year with a concussion and then shoulder surgery, which was terrifying only a year before the games. I'm looking forward to hopefully holding the world title in something other than just the 400-meter freestyle," unquote. Christy Riley Crossley collected a pair of victories on Saturday in the 100 fly in 1 minute 8.25 seconds and 50 free in 28.08 seconds as the 2023 world champion aims for her first Paralympic berth at 37 years old. Jessica Long totaled the most individual wins this week at 5, with Marks Riley Crossley, Leanne Smith, and Noah Hafe all tallying for first place finishes. Lastly, Gia Pergolini capped her meet with a win in the 50 free in 27.63 seconds. She said, quote, "I am just feeling so grateful to be here with so many inspiring fellow athletes and friends. We were in a really weird time during COVID-19 with limited coverage, so it was really nice to have spectators and tons of media here. Having more people here as spectators than we ever have had adds a little bit more stress, but I thrive in that environment. I love having the crowd and the excitement and energy they bring," unquote. So that concludes our recap of the trials and the most notable victories and records. But I want to conclude this entire segment by just announcing the entire roster of everyone on the Paralympic swimming team. There are 33 total swimmers on the team, 21 women and 12 men. We're obviously only going to focus on the 21 women. So headlining the veteran squad is 29-time Paralympic medalist Jessica Long. One of the all-time paraswimming greats, Long has amassed 54 world championship medals, 37 of which are gold, throughout her storied career. 3 U.S. swimmers will compete at the Paralympic level for the 4th time in their careers. Paralympic champions Mallory Wegeman, Mackenzie Cohen, and Colleen Young all qualified for Paris after competing together in London 2012, Rio 2016, and Tokyo 2020. Cohen is a 6-time Paralympic medalist and 4-time champion. Wegeman, a 5-time medalist and 3-time champion, and Young has 2 silvers and a bronze to her name. After tying her own world record in the women's 100-meter backstroke at trials, Elizabeth Marks earns a spot on her 3rd Paralympic team. Marks, who is a Sergeant First Class in the U.S. Army and a member of the Army's World Class Athlete Program, has won 5 Paralympic medals in her career and is the defending 100-meter backstroke Paralympic champion. She will be joined by teammate and fellow backstroke specialist Hannah Aspen, who is also making her 3rd Paralympic appearance. Aspen most recently won double gold in Tokyo in the 100-meter backstroke and as a member of 4x100-meter freestyle relay. Wow, I just completely forgot how to pronounce that word for a second. Sorry about that. She also has 2 bronze medals from Rio. Rounding out the athletes competing in their 3rd Paralympic Games are 3-time Paralympic medalist Lizzie Smith and University of Minnesota swimmer Natalie Sims. Smith is the defending Paralympic silver medalist in the 100-meter butterfly. A host of Team USA swimmers, including several medalists from Tokyo, were named to the 2nd Paralympic roster. Teenage phenomenons in Tokyo, Anastasia Paganus and Gia Pergolini, each won the first Paralympic medals of their career in world record fashion at their first Paralympic Games and will seek title repeats in Paris. Pagonis' victory came in the women's 400-meter freestyle, while Pergolini was in the women's 100-meter backstroke. 2-time Paralympic champion Morgan Stickney set a world record in the women's 400-meter freestyle at trials this weekend en route to qualifying for her 2nd Paralympic team. Wait, did I just say this weekend? Why do I keep saying this weekend? I feel like it's just natural for me to say this weekend. But last weekend, yeah. There we go. Anyway, so Tokyo medalist Leanne Smith, Ahalia Lennenberger, and Julia Gaffney qualified for the Paris Games as well. Also returning to the team from the Tokyo team are Paralympians Summer Smith and Keegan Knott, both of whom put together impressive trial performances and are seeking a podium at the Games for the first time. 3 athletes are set to make their Paralympic debuts in Paris. The first-time Paralympians are led by Olivia Chambers, who breakout performances at the 2023 World Championships earned her 6 medals in her first major international meets. World champion Christy Riley Crossley, who won the women's 100-meter backstroke at the same meet, qualifies for her first Paralympic team. Grace Nuffer will make her Games debut, not having competed at a World Championship before, which is interesting. However, she did win medals at the 2023 Pan American Games in Chile. Running out the team is para newcomer Alexandra Truitt, who will compete at her first major international competition in Paris. 3 alternates, 2 women and 1 man, were also named on the roster. On the women's side, 2-time Paralympian McLean Hermes and 17-year-old Audrey Kim will serve as alternates. So we're now going to move into the next segment where we recap the Japan All-Star Series and talk about Canada's final roster for the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Finals. Before we get into that, we're going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC to access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the Paralympic Swimming Trials, and now we're going to talk about the Japan All-Star Series, recap that event, and talk about Canada's final roster for the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Finals. So the U.S. Women's Elite Team completed the series on Monday, and yesterday during the show we talked about the roster, so I recommend tuning into that show after you watch this episode. The world-ranked number 1 Team USA was swept by number 2 Japan in a 3-game series that took place in 3 Japanese cities. And as I am bad at pronouncing literally everything, I'm really bad at also pronouncing Japanese cities, so I sincerely apologize for that as well. So Team USA suffered a 1-0 loss on Thursday, a 9-5 loss on Saturday, and an 8-1-6 loss for 6 innings on Monday. It was not a very successful week for the USA team. So we're now going to recap all 3 softball games in depth because, I mean, if you just look at the scores, you're like, how did that happen? Like, what happened? And, that's the way that I was reacting as well. Okay, so in Game 1 of the 2024 Japan All-Star Series held at Vandalen Dome in Nagoya, Japan, the U.S. Women's Elite Team narrowly lost to Team Japan with a final score of 1-0. The game featured a clash between the world's top 2 ranked teams and was decided in the final inning due to stellar defensive performances from both sides. Former Oklahoma University and Oklahoma State University pitcher Kelly Maxwell delivered an impressive performance in the circle, striking out 11 batters and allowing only 2 hits over 6 1/3 innings. Maxwell retired the first 12 batters she faced, maintaining a scoreless game through 6 innings. However, in the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 singles and a fielding error allowed Japan to score the game's only run, resulting in a walk-off victory. Offensively, the U.S. managed 5 hits, including doubles from Bailey Klinger and Skylar Wallace. Aaron Koffel, Jocelyn Erickson, and Kayla Kowalik also contributed hits. Despite these efforts, the U.S. team fell short in their opening game of this series, and it honestly wasn't the most interesting game. It was just not exciting at all because there was just not that many hits, but it was an unfortunate loss. In Game 2 of the Japan All-Star Series, held at Mount Fuji Stadium in Fujinomiya, Japan, Team USA fell to Japan with a final score of 9-5. Despite a strong start, the U.S. Women's Elite Team couldn't match Japan's offensive power, resulting in a 0-2 record in the series ahead of the final game. Stanford standout Najari Kennedy, named USA Softball's Collegiate Player of the Year and currently in the transfer portal, started the game for Team USA. Kennedy allowed 3 earned runs and recorded 2 strikeouts over 3 innings. Former OSU pitcher Lexi Kilfoyle also contributed, giving up 2 earned runs and striking out 1 batter over 4 innings. The U.S. offense amassed 10 hits, highlighted by Skylar Wallace's perfect 3-for-3 performance, including a solo home run in the first inning. Former OU catcher Kenzie Hansen added 2 RBIs with a 1-for-4 showing. Despite these efforts, Japan's bats proved too formidable. Japan took an early lead with 2 runs in the first inning, but Wallace responded with a leadoff home run, narrowing the gap to 2-1. Japan added another run in the second, but the U.S. rallied in the third. A leadoff hit by Kahleah Copper and a hit by pitch to Wallace set the stage for Megan Grant's RBI single, making it 3-2. A series of hit by pitches tied the game at 3-3, and Hansen's double drove in two more runs, giving the U.S. a 5-3 lead. However, Japan quickly equalized with 2 runs in the fourth and took the lead again in the fifth, eventually pulling ahead 6-5. They solidified their lead with 3 more runs over the final 2 innings. Despite getting runners on base in the last 4 innings, Team USA couldn't capitalize, resulting in a 9-5 defeat. The game, witnessed by over 2,800 fans, showcased the intense competition between the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams, setting the stage for an exciting series finale. Lastly, Game 3 of the Japan All-Star Series took place in Yokohama, where Japan secured an 8-1 win to complete their sweep of Team USA. Najari Kennedy started for Team USA, allowing 4 earned runs and striking out 3 over 3 2/3 innings. She was relieved by Lexi Kilfoyle, who gave up 3 earned runs and recorded 1 strikeout in 2 innings. Former Florida shortstop Skylar Wallace provided the lone highlight for Team USA with a solo home run in the top of the 6th inning, but it wasn't enough to prevent Japan from achieving a run rule victory. The U.S. Women's Elite team fell to 0-3 in the series finale held at the Yokohama Stadium. The U.S. offense just struggled completely throughout the game, managing only 3 hits, 2 of which came from Wallace, who went 2 for 3. Kennedy, Kilfoyle, and Valerie Cagle combined for 4 strikeouts, keeping Japan scoreless for 3 innings. Japan took an early lead, 3-0 in the first inning, and extended to 4-0 by the 4th. Wallace's home run in the 6th inning brought the score to 4-1, but Japan responded with 4 more runs in the bottom of the inning, securing an 8-1 run rule victory. Throughout the series, the 16-player U.S. roster was combined for a .243 batting average with 18 hits. Wallace led the team with a .667 average and 6 hits, while Kelly Maxwell topped the pitching staff with 11 strikeouts in 6.1 innings. So that concludes our recap of the Japan All-Star Series. Now let's talk about the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Finals roster for Canada. After celebrating a Canada Cup first place finish, head coach and former Olympic bronze medalist Kaylee Rafter announced Canada's roster for the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Finals 2024, which will take place in Castiglione d'Estrada, Italy from July 15th to the 20th. 12 of the 16 players participated in the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Group C tournament last year. Okay, there we go. Starting with the pitchers. Sorry, guys. The pitchers are Dawn Bordrug, Sarah Grony-Wiggin, Katie Korstrom, and Morgan Rackle. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Bordrug is known for her powerful fast ball and precise control, which make her a formidable opponent on the mound. She has a standout collegiate career with Stony Brook University, where she was named America East Pitcher of the Year. She has also recorded multiple no-hitters and high strikeout games. Grony-Wiggin possesses a strong repertoire of pitches, including a devastating changeup and curveball. Her ability to change speeds effectively keeps hitters off balance. She has multiple accolades, including being a 2-time Big Ten Pitcher of the Year at the University of Minnesota. Korstrom is known for her durability and consistency with a strong mental game that allows her to perform under pressure. A standout at Simon Fraser University, she has earned multiple conference honors and has been a key player in leading her team to playoff appearances. Lastly, Rackle excels with her ability to mix pitches and pinpoint accuracy, making her a tough pitcher to hit against. At the University of Central Arkansas, Rackle was named Southland Conference Pitcher of the Year. She has also played professionally in Europe, gaining valuable international experience, and that will definitely come in handy at this one. Okay, so the catchers are Madeline McKinnon and Natalie Weidman. McKinnon is recognized for her strong arm and defensive skills behind the plate, along with her ability to call an effective game. She has a successful collegiate career, earning conference defensive awards and playing a key role in her team's defensive strategy. Weidman is known for her agility and quick reflexes, making her a standout catcher in terms of blocking and framing pitches. An experienced international player, Weidman represented Canada at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, contributing to their bronze medal finish. She has also been a consistent performer in professional leagues. So now their infielders are Kelsey Harshman, Zoe Hicks, Janet Leong, Grace Mesmer, Jana Watt, and Cece Wong. Harshman is a versatile infielder with a strong glove and excellent range, capable of making difficult plays look routine. A key player for Team Canada, Harshman helped her team secure a bronze medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. She also had a standout collegiate career at the University of Wisconsin. Hicks is known for her powerful bat and solid defensive skills, making her a dual threat on both offense and defense. Leong brings speed and precision to the infield with a knack for turning double plays and making quick decisions. Leong has been a consistent performer both in collegiate play at Brown University and in international competitions. Mesmer is a reliable infielder with a strong arm and excellent fielding mechanics, known for her consistency and composure. She garnered all-conference honors while playing at Oregon State University and has represented Canada in various international tournaments. Want is known for her powerful hitting and strong defensive presence at first base, making her a key player in both offense and defense. She had a successful collegiate career at the University of Victoria with numerous awards. Lastly, Wong is versatile with the ability to play multiple infield positions effectively, combined with a strong bat and good base running skills. Lastly, their outfield consists of Larissa Franklin, Kiana Jones, Callum Pilgrim, and Erica Polidori. Franklin is known for her speed and defensive range in the outfield, as well as her ability to make impactful plays. Jones brings power and precision to the outfield with a strong arm and excellent tracking skills, making her a reliable defender. A notable collegiate player at the University of Washington, she has earned several honors and has been a key member of Team Canada in various international tournaments. Pilgrim is recognized for her quickness and defensive prowess in the outfield with a strong ability to read the ball off the bat. She has played at a high level at college at Delaware State University and has been an important part of Team Canada. Polidori is an experienced outfielder with a strong bat and good defensive skills, making her just a great, well-rounded player. She had a successful collegiate career at Oakland University and has also played professionally, which, helps in experience. So among the 12 World Cup veterans, Franklin, Groningen, Harshman, Leong, Polidori, and Wyman participated at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, where Canada won their first ever Olympic softball medal, which was the bronze medal. One helped Canada finish second at the U18 Pan American Championship earlier this year. The other three rookies all played collegiate softball. Korstrom and Wong played in their senior season, while McKinnon was a freshman. Raptors coaching staff includes assistant coaches Chris Jones, Joey Lai, and Kristen Conrad. Road number 5 Canada will compete in Group A at the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Finals 2024 and face number 1 USA, number 6 Italy, and number 17 China. Group B includes number 2 Puerto Rico, number 3 Japan, and number 8 Netherlands, and number 10 Australia. After the opening round, the top 2 finishers of each group will play in the Super Round. The top 2 finishers of the Super Round will compete for the Women's Softball World title, while the 3rd and 4th place teams will play for the bronze medal. The medal games are scheduled for Saturday, July 20th. I recommend putting that on your calendar for sure. And of course, stay tuned for our episode because I will be recapping all of that and talking more about that competition. So that concludes our 4th segment of the show. We are now going to move into our last segment of the day where we recap the 2024 CrossFit Service Open. Before we begin, we're going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the Japan All-Star Series and Canada's roster for the WBSC Women's Softball World Cup Finals. So we're now going to talk about the 2024 CrossFit Service Open to conclude today's show. Okay, so a year after discontinuing the occupational games, CrossFit has created the Service Open. Like its predecessor, the Service Open is for service members in the CrossFit community to see where they stack up against their peers. The Service Open is a one-week virtual competition from June 6th to the 13th. In this segment, we're going to recap how this event went, and I apologize for not recapping it sooner. So let me just go over the workouts before we get into where everybody plays, because I feel like it is very beneficial to know exactly what the workouts are before I say the times and everything, because then it gets really confusing. So actually all of these are for time. So for workout 1, you have to do 50 pull-ups, a 400-meter run, 21 thrusters to a 800-meter run, then another 21 thrusters to another 400-meter run, and finish it off with 50 pull-ups. This exercise includes a lot of upper body strength, but also a lot of endurance and speed as well. Mid-distance running event, 400 meter is a sprint, but because you're going to be needing a lot of more technique when you do mid-distance running, where you conserve your energy a lot more. That's why I consider it mid-distance. Anyway, so the second workout is just 75 snatches for time. Women have to use 55 pounds. Lastly, for workout 3, it's 5 rounds for time. The athletes must do a 440-meter row to 10 box jumps to 10 deadlifts, and then finish it off with 10 wall ball shots. Female athletes must use a 24-inch box to jump over, 185 pounds for the deadlifts, and a 14-pound ball for the wall ball shot to a 9-foot target. And this workout in particular is probably the easiest to get disqualified in, because if you don't hit that 9-foot target, well, not disqualified, but get your wall ball shots not all fully counted, because if you don't hit that 9-foot target, that definitely can affect your time, overall time in general. But this workout does include a lot of stamina, a lot of endurance, a lot of cardiovascular strength, and just a lot of lower body strength as well. So let's talk about who placed where. In first place was Carolyn Prevost from Canada. Her strengths in CrossFit include her endurance, strength, and ability to perform well in various movements, various high-intensity functional movements and workouts. She also is known from hockey, where she played professionally in the Canadian Women's Hockey League. In workout run, she finished with a time of 12 minutes 14 seconds. For the second workout, she finished with a time of 2 minutes 25 seconds, which is insane that she did those deadlifts in that little amount of time. I would need a break after literally every single one of them. And lastly, in workout 3, she finished with a time of 15 minutes 8 seconds. So that hockey background really gave her a lot of help in cardio, and you can definitely see that in workout 1. And second was Ali Zirk. You might recognize her name from competing in the big 2023 CrossFit competition. She ranked 629th worldwide and 128th in North America West in the 2023 CrossFit Open. She also competed in the quarterfinals, finishing 68th in North America West, and she was part of a team that qualified to the semifinals. So for this competition, she finished workout 1 with a time of 12 minutes 19 seconds, workout 2 in 3 minutes 13 seconds, and the third workout in a time of 16 minutes 16 seconds. You can see that there's a pretty big gap between the first place finisher and the second place finisher in the second workout, literally almost a minute. It just shows how naturally strong Prevost is. And third was Chani Lowy. In workout 1, she finished with a time of 13 minutes 21 seconds. Her time in workout 2 was 3 minutes 8 seconds, and workout 3 she had a time of 16 minutes 25 seconds. I apologize for not having a picture of her. I could not find a good picture of her, so I just decided not to include one. Lowy is known for accomplishments in hybrid fitness competitions, particularly in the event called the Crucible. In the 2021 Crucible, she achieved first place among women by completing a 35.62 mile run, a 502.2 kilogram super total in weightlifting, 110 repetitions in the kettlebell long cycle, and an average of 770 watts in the Wingate test. That is all insane. Her versatile performance across endurance, strength, and power categories highlights her exceptional fitness and dedication to hybrid athletic competitions. And it gets really confusing when you explain hybrid competition and CrossFit competitions, because they seem like the same thing, but they're not. But when you are really focused on hybrid competitions, that does help you in CrossFit, clearly. In fourth was Yuko Sakuyama. She is a prominent Japanese CrossFit athlete known for her impressive performances on contributions to the sport in Asia. In workout 1, she had a time of 13 minutes. Workout 2, she had a time of 2 minutes 52 seconds. And workout 3, she had a time of 17 minutes 55 seconds. She particularly stood out in workout 1 with her natural upper body strength. In fifth place was Bailey Strarsand. She is known for her achievements in volleyball and CrossFit. She played as a middle blocker for Winthrop University and later for Kennesaw State University. Her transition from collegiate volleyball to CrossFit showcases her versatility and commitment to maintaining a high-level athletic performance across different sports disciplines. Her ability to excel in both team and individual sports is a testament to her athletic prowess and work ethic, and it clearly showed in this competition. In the CrossFit competition, she finished workout 1 with a time of 13 minutes 29 seconds, workout 2 in 2 minutes 51 seconds, and workout 3 in a time of 18 minutes 24 seconds. What got her up a lot was her workout 2 time. Workout 3 was where that she needed more improvement in, and that definitely would have helped her get a higher placement, but 5th place is still amazing. But clearly her workout 2 time was really impressive, and I was particularly impressed with her workout 1 performance as well. You can watch all of these on YouTube, by the way, at least some of them, and I recommend watching them because it is high intensity competition that is interesting and fun to watch. In 6th place was Danielle Hag. I apologize for not having a picture of her too. I just could not find a picture anywhere. Like in her CrossFit profile on like the CrossFit Games page, she doesn't have a profile picture in there, and then also like I couldn't really find a picture online anywhere either, so I apologize for that. So Danielle Hag played as a right-handed pitcher for the University of Oregon softball team. Her softball experience helped her with her upper body strength in this competition for sure. She finished workout 1 in a time of 13 minutes 57 seconds, workout 2 in 3 minutes 17 seconds, and workout 3 in 16 minutes 20 seconds. Her time on workout 1 really showed her strength and endurance. She was able to use her full body, mainly upper body strength, and then go right to mid-distance running, which is so insane. Like, I'm literally like, how did I do that in under 14 minutes? In 7th place was Kelly Binfey. She's a physical therapist and has been in numerous CrossFit competitions. Her name is very familiar. In workout 1, she finished with a time of 15 minutes 15 seconds. Workout 2, she had a time of 3 minutes 9 seconds. And at workout 3, she had a time of 16 minutes 30 seconds. Her times are very much like, they make sense. Everyone's times make sense. But workout 2 is where she really stood out. But workout 3 definitely was where she needed improvement because she kind of fell behind at some points. In 8th place was Celine Leclerc. She's mainly known for strictly weightlifting, so that's where she mainly succeeded in this competition. She finished workout 1 with a time of 13 minutes 9 seconds, workout 2 in 3 minutes 16 seconds, and workout 3 in 18 minutes 9 seconds. Outside of this competition, Celine boasted impressive benchmark stats, including a 208-pound back squat, a 182-pound clean and jerk, and 290-pound deadlift. But where that really helped her was workout 1, which is actually surprising because you would think that it would help her more in workout 2 because that's strictly just, deadlifts. But in workout 1, it actually helped her because of that endurance that you need when you're weightlifting so many pounds. So it actually worked to her favor in events that you wouldn't really expect it to work so much well in. In 9th place was Marissa Maher. In the 2024 CrossFit season, she ranked 715th in the North America West quarterfinals. Her personal best include a 285-pound back squat, a 225-pound clean and jerk, and a 345-pound deadlift. So, if you recognize her name, I bet that's where you recognize her from. In the Service Open, she got a time of 14 minutes 48 seconds in workout 1, 3 minutes 20 seconds in workout 2, and 16 minutes 53 seconds in workout 3. I really felt like her workout 2 was a standout performance for her in particular because knowing her deadlift max, I'm really expecting her to really show off in that one. And she did very, very well. Lastly, in 10th place was Erin Snellgrove. She has had a successful career in triathlons with notable performances such as a runner-up finish at Ironman Lake Placid and a 4th place finish at Ironman Florida. In workout 1, she finished with a time of 16 minutes 12 seconds. Workout 2, she had 3 minutes 14 seconds. And workout 3, she finished in 16 minutes 37 seconds. She was able to dominate in the running portions with her experience and past achievements in triathlons and the Ironman competitions. But Where she got off was the pull-ups and all things that were strictly just focusing on your strength and rather than cardio. But I would say that I definitely think she would place higher if there was more cardio involved in this CrossFit competition. There was not much like strictly cardio in this competition, which is unlike most CrossFit competitions, but I mean, there's still enough. So that concludes our show for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you guys once again, and have a wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to